I just finished this book called Open City by Teju Cole. I heard about it, I'm pretty sure, on NPR when they read off their best lists of the best lists, and also probably in the New York Times. The reason I picked it up was because this book is about a man, a psychiatrist, a young man named Julius, and it's the recordings almost in stream of consciousness about his wanderings around New York City. And that's the reason I picked it up. When I was growing up, I grew up right outside of New York City. Every Wednesday, my mom would leave for the day and just wander around New York City. She'd stay until night and come home with my dad. One time, a lady called her, because we lived way out in the suburbs, and the lady wanted to wander with my mom, and my mom said okay, but she was real upset because she couldn't understand why the lady needed company to wander around New York City. Oh, well, my mom took me with her lots of times, and we went to the Metropolitan and up and down Fifth Avenue and Central Park, and it was always great. And the best part was that I think my mom's love of New York City came through the fact that she and my dad started there, came from the Midwest, and that city was full of so much romance and adventure, and she gave all of that to me. So I was really curious to see what Teju Cole would do with that. But even though my mom was a solitary person, and this young man, Julius, is a solitary person, he comes to the picture with so much more culture. He sees it so much more analytically, which is probably the way a psychiatrist would, a real eye for detail. But my mom was an artist, and she also had a real eye for detail, but they came at it from such different ways. I have to say, at times during the book, even though the language was superlative, and I have places here that I'm just going to copy out what he said so I can always remember it. At times, especially at the end, I found myself, and I was sad, to kind of skimming over pieces. There was so much. And the ending left me closing the book and going, well, So he didn't see it the same, but my mom and that young man were two individuals who saw things as observers. And I really was interested in that. And I was disappointed that Julius was so much more cultured, that he didn't see his New York the way my mom did. He had so many more layers. So adventure and romance, I suppose, even though it's top in my list of things to like, adventure and romance was not top in his.